Now, Professor, I suppose the obvious question is, what age should a child have a smartphone?
Well, the Australian Council on Children and the Media doesn't have a firm view about that. There may not be any sort of age that's right for every single child, but we do believe that a lot of children are being given their own smartphones without necessarily any consideration being given to that child's developmental needs. They're given for a range of reasons, and sometimes children just build up their own pocket money or birthday money or something by it themselves, and the parents feel they have no say in it. We feel that's something that parents should very much have a say in, just like whether children are allowed to walk to school on their own or something like that. The parents need support from the government in reaching those decisions on the right kind of basis.
So who's in a position to make that decision or to arbitrate on that, Professor?
Well, I'm not saying that anybody should be arbitrating on it. I think, what we would support more is just this idea of parents being given information and support, and particularly being given the message, look, you don't have to just do what your children want, and that there are reasons to resist these kinds of requests for phones, because we know that children do request phones, and it's a whole, everybody else has got one problem. But parents should be, as I say, supported rather than any arbitration made.
Should the same discipline also be carried across to iPads? So what age should a person, should the same discipline be attributed to there? And is there any age that you think that a child should receive an iPad?
Yeah, well, as I say, there's no particular age that I would want to nominate, or that the organisation I represent would want to nominate. But yes, exactly those same arguments apply to iPads. If they're internet connected, I mean, it's basically bringing the whole world into your child's hands, in your child's bedroom, where you're not able to supervise, and so many things can come in under the radar, and that's precisely what's been recognised by this memorandum accompanying the latest legislation that's going through the Senate at the moment on e-safety. And that was what we noticed, that they talk a lot about how to keep children safe when they're online. And we said, well, hang on, shouldn't we also be talking about when kids get online and how they get online, before you get to the point of how to address cyberbullying and things like that.
And what about even the age that kids are introduced to them? Because it's rare that you'd be in a cafe and not see a toddler with an iPad mini or an iPad to play with.
Absolutely.
Is there a time that you should just even be showing them to your kids?
Well, yeah, that's an interesting question, Kate. The child development experts recommend that children under 2 really shouldn't have any screen time at all, that children of that age should be exploring the world around them. They should be touching and feeling real objects. They should be interacting with real people. Or maybe even just sort of staring into space. And so putting any kind of screen in front of a child like that is actually against the advice of experts.